In yesterday's Torah reading, the story of Abraham, Sarah, Hagar, and Ishmael, and Isaac, we encountered a family divided and traumatized. Hagar and Ishmael are sent into the desert where they will confront death face to face. In today's reading, Abraham will take Isaac, Yitzchak, on a journey also toward death. In both stories, each head out to an unknown destination with an unknown outcome. Coming within a hair's breadth of death, each will encounter God's saving hand through the help of an angel. Several midrashim also tell about the moment when Sarah discovers what Abraham has done. She doesn't necessarily know the outcome. And according to the midrash, she dies suddenly from the shock of it. This is indeed a family divided and traumatized. What we don't discover, though, through our text is any information about the adult relationship between the brothers, between Isaac and Ishmael. That must be filled in by our own imaginations, yearnings, and dreams. But we do have a few small clues from the Torah. The text tells us that after banishment from Abraham's camp, Hagar and Ishmael eventually settle in a place called Be'er L'chai Roi, the place where the well appeared and saved their lives. Later in the text, we learn about Abraham's death and that Ishmael and Yitzchak together buried their father in the cave of Machpelah. Though each must be suffering from a profoundly complicated grief, truly, they come together in peace, in an act of chesed, loving kindness for their father, and perhaps, in my imagination, also to bury the past together. And the very next verse in Torah tells us that after the death of Abraham, Yitzchak, Isaac, settled near Be'er L'chai Roi. Yitzchak chose to settle near his brother Ishmael. And that is all that we hear of Yitzchak and Ishmael. Their long individual journeys of trauma conclude together in an act of chesed, loving kindness, and settling in peace. One of my beloved teachers, the dean from my rabbinical school, Ora Horn-Prauser, highlights the journey aspects of these two stories. Each of them, Yitzchak and Ishmael, take a journey to an unknown destination, one that will be terrifying and life-changing. And so too, for us, in this moment, we find ourselves on a harrowing journey, trying to figure out how to move through the grief and the horror of October 7th and its aftermath, and ever-expanding war and the loss of countless innocent lives. Ora writes, we are likely on different paths and at different places, all of us, along those paths. Some of us are wandering without direction. Some of us cannot find a path forward. Some of us are running away. Some of us feel confident that the destination exists, but we do not know what the route is. Finding our way in a post-October 7th world is very difficult. So let us take some strength from our Torah text today on this Rosh Hashanah, that despite the near-death traumas experienced by Yitzchak and Ishmael at the hands of their father, A new and an unexpected path opens for both of them. Through God's help, both brothers find their way back into life and also back to one another. Together, they reclaim the ethical legacy of their father, Abraham, a legacy of chesed, loving kindness, and they settle together in peace. This is the mystery of possibilities described in our Torah today.